We got Soft Man. Wow.
How many variants of Softman can you come up?
And a surprise donation incentive for every $20 raised. I will rename one extra capsule monster Soft Man. There's either 6 or 7 of them. I'm gonna start my end timer as well, because actually no, it's 5:30. I can remember that. I will. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, welcome everyone. This is Lufia 2 Ancient Cave. What are we doing? Firstly, we're gonna name him Soft Man as well. It is. Alright, cool. This is a special mode activated when you complete Lufia 2 twice. Once in normal mode, and again in retry mode, which is like gives you 3 times the amount of experience and gold. Sorry?
What time PS6 should get up here?
Nice. It's pretty much a roguelike, so it's randomly generated 99 floors. Yeah, randomly generated monsters and equipment as well, so treasure chests are all random. I've already picked up 2 really awesome items. One is Strong, which is probably the one of the most efficient healing spells in the game, and this Mirak plate, which gives me a bunch of defense, so later on I won't get as wrecked as what could be.
So, does it matter in your stats before you start, or does
Like the save files and stuff?
Yeah.
Or? Yes, so yeah, the floors that are actually generated depend on how the save files look. So Lufia 2's battery is horrible, and so when I actually to set my cartridge up for gift mode, I had to complete it twice, and I did that over about 15 hours, just following a speedrun over a few days, and then I took my cartridge out to then play a different game. This is
Don't question it. Don't question it. Just go with it.
That's also an awesome item, because now I can instantly kill stuff, which, yeah. Alright. Yeah, so I took my cartridge out to play another game and then put Lufia 2 back in, and all my save files are erased, including gift mode. So, yay. So I was talking to a couple of the other speedrunners from the Lufia 2 community, and they said, well, just use a credits warp glitch, so you can actually complete the game in like less than a minute. And so I set that up earlier, and so that's why I've got gift mode enabled without any save files. So all of like the RNG that you can kind of create inside Lufia 2 Ancient Cave can be replicated on emulator as well, and on other cartridges. So at the in the early game, I like to fight these eagles because they'll give me 2 levels up really quickly, and I can heal instantly afterwards with a few potions that are given to me at the start of the game, as well as using Strong, but I don't really need to do that yet. So yeah, that's awesome. Looks like Soft Man's at level 3 now.
Good job, Soft Man.
Yeah. Normally I don't collect that many items early at all, because you only are looking for specific items. So a couple of the deadly weapons start appearing from floors 4 and 5 onwards, and so you generally collect. Where is he going? Okay, I might just do that. So you generally just start opening chests from floor 4 onwards. You pick up a couple, and then you run straight down to floor 11, which is when the first level up kind of grind happens. Because then there's monsters called cores, which run away really often, but they give you a lot of experience. So I would normally run there, but because I've got a 2-hour estimate, I'll be collecting a lot of chests and trying to get a lot of like healing items, and also trying to find deadly weapons. At the moment I've got one for Maxim. If I get one for Artie, so he can either have a deadly rod or a fatal pick, and both of those items have sorry, I'm still a little bit tired. They've got an 80% chance of killing things, so Flash is really good. That'll be a spell that I can use to kill cores. Because while cores have like a really high, I've got really high physical defense, their magic defense is bugged out, and so any spell just destroys them. Darby likes to cast spells. That's my little tree-like capsule monster. Whenever runners play this, they either use Darby or the radish called Sully. And Sully's reasonably powerful, but he also defends a lot, which is good for speed running up until getting to floor 99. But not useful for killing the jelly because he defends so often. Ugh, that's a good room. It's also... there's a mimic. I'm gonna hope the stairs aren't on that treasure chest.
So how can you tell the difference between a mimic and a regular treasure chest?
So let me just...
Sorry.
The mimic, normal treasure chests have like red and white palette. The mimics have like a red and kind of light yellow.
Okay.
And when you walk up to them, mimics will hunt you down. Like, there's kind of there's a few enemies which are, I guess you can call them activated. So once they, so when you walk to a normal enemy and then exit a room, that enemy's position is frozen, whereas like mimics or archfiends later on, Medusas, they will still be following you around even though they're in a different room.
Okay.
And so it's really hard to lure them away from a door once you've activated them. And so later on, when I'm in like the floors kind of 70 to 80, or it's probably about 70 to 90. That's also a really awesome item. I'll explain why in a sec. In floor 70 to 80, there's these really big things called archfiends, and if you activate them, they are painful.
Don't question it. I'm assuming that's really good too.
It's a useless item, but it's like really rare to get it. So yeah, I've got 2 deadly weapons for people. A curse lifter which will uncurse the deadly sword later on and actually turn it into something which will do damage to the jelly. So all I need now is like some sort of revival spell, and I'll have a really good chance at getting to the jelly already, which is, yeah, kind of silly. And these blue chests here have unique items. They have like a lot more powerful items, so if you open this and it contains something like a Mega Axe or a Gades Blade, then that's also one character sorted for the jelly. Might actually... So, I'm not going to use the Curse Lifter on a deadly sword yet because it ruins the auto kill feature on the deadly sword itself. Like if it's cursed, it will do it'll kill stuff 80% of the time, but if you uncurse it, it will then only kill things 50% of the time.
Okay.
And so it becomes really useful later on when you're trying to get through rooms which the monsters from like floor 40 or 50 onwards are all faster than you, apart from Artie, and they can wreck you, and since you don't really have much in the way of healing, you really need every advantage as you can. So this is floor 11. I didn't bother exploring floor 10 because that floor does something weird to the it does something really weird to the equipment found in the ancient cave. Like, so in the first 10 floors you can find rings and jewels and armor and shields and everything else, but on floor 10 everything turns to aprons.
Oh.
It's a game's first real point where it adds a lot of stuff to the item pool. I think that's how it works. And so once that happens, the game loses its ability to give you shields, jewels, and rings. It only
Nice.
it only gives you weapons and armor from now onwards. I don't have enough for flash. Cool. So these things usually run away. Hopefully one of them uses spark, and then I'll get like a bunch of levels. But at the moment, I've only got one more floor to do. So if I don't get levels, then I'll need to probably grind a little bit. I think Vortex is a level 2 spell. Tier 1 or Tier 2. But Firebird's good. That's one of the powerful fire spells. But it's also Firebird will, and any fire spell is useful against undead, and the next few floors coming up have predominantly undead monsters.
Oh, that skeleton problem?
Yeah, Skelly here is good, and
I like the little swords.
yeah.
Can I just say it's weird to hear this game not super sped up?
But I'll generally fight things. It's probably, I'm not gonna get a core because these floors have been bad. Small and bad. So I think that's it. Yeah, no cores. Oh. Oh, hello.
Another.
Wow. The curse lifters are really rare.
Then
But
you
now,
found two.
I found 2 of them. I found 2 deadly weapons already. Which means that the game is going to wreck me probably on floor 30. Because the ancient cave is, it's quite sentient. It generally sets you up for failure. So hopefully it doesn't happen, but... Okay, this is a cool room. So I'll speak about treasure rooms in a sec. I just want to see if there's anything here, but it doesn't look like it. So on each floor, there won't be any treasure chests on this room. Like what the game does is it kind of tries to spread all the chests and the monsters around evenly, but occasionally you'll get big empty rooms, and if you see a couple of big empty rooms in a on a level, that will mean that everything is concentrated in probably one small room. And yeah, we call them treasure rooms.
Was that legitimately a fry pan you just got?
I got a fry pan. Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, there's other things you can get, like guitars. There's an item called the Sewer Custom 11 or something.
More
Apparently
games
it's a
need to
guitar.
do that.
Yeah.
I love joke weapons.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the devs snuck that one in.
There you got fry. You can use it with fry pan.
Yeah. Nice. I like it. Fry's really good for later on. Everything costs so much at the moment. After about floor 40, Artie's MP should skyrocket when I kill a green core. At the moment I'm going to be struggling a little bit later on, but I'd rather waste MP now and grind.
Will probably pay off in the long run.
Yeah. I mean, you have to set yourself up in this game to get past the really fast monsters that are coming up, that are called ninjas and assassins. Okay, high magic. So what do I have? One high magic. Okay, this will probably be the last one that I kill. Whatever. Okay, I might just do one more since I didn't level up.
Spanner.
Spanner. Yeah. Some interesting choices of weapons in this game. This might be enough. So in a typical speed run, you would open a few chests on floors like 4 through to 9 to try to get some cool items that you might not see for the rest of the game, and then you won't collect anything until floor 15, because that's a good spell. Until floor 15, when the Deca Blade starts appearing, and the Deca Blade's the most important weapon of the game. Here's another treasure room. Cool.
It's like a monster house.
Yeah. Can't see the. I'm not going to enter it, but couldn't see any blue chests or stairs, so there's the stairs. The Deca Blade is a we call it a fractional weapon, so it does fractional damage to the jelly later on, and it will do around a half of its current hit points. And since the jelly's got about 10,000 damage, 10,000 hit points, then having the Deca Blade is really important. Other weapons that we'd go for are the Myth Blade, which is a quarter fractional, Old Sword, which is a sixth, then you've got a Gorgon Rock, which is an eighth, and the Deadly Sword's the same as an Old Sword once it's uncursed in terms of the fractional ability. Fry swords.
Fry sword.
Fry pan.
You have a fry pan and a fry sword.
The fry sword's for killing things which are weak to holy from memory. Yes. Do drinking potions... I'm not sure. I doubt it. I think the RNG is just frame based, or at least some convoluted way of some convoluted frame based thing. I'm not 100% on that. But usually you just fight something in the first 10 floors and then use all the potions and then you forget about them.
Another fry pan.
Another fry pan. We usually see about 4 fry pans. So some teleporters are really annoying because they'll have a pattern to their teleporting, like those guys. Other ones will either teleport a lot when you're either near the enemy or away from the enemy. The ones that are away from the enemy are horrible because they're usually powerful as well. Whereas at least the ones that are near you, you can kind of manipulate a bit better. So I probably haven't explained what the goal of this is. So the goal of this category is to traverse all 99 floors and then hopefully fight and kill the jelly. You only get 3 turns to kill the jelly, after which it will run away. And so, at least in a marathon setting, you just want to get to the jelly, because at least you've kind of shown what the game's capable of. But in an actual run, you just want to get to floor 15, open a few chests, and then if you get good items, then you will just try to get through to floor 60 as quickly as possible, because that's when myth blades start appearing. Things like myth blades and old swords. There's other weapons that you can get which they have special abilities where you get 3 times the damage. So those are things like lizard blows, and certain rocks will also do that. Now, okay. Please don't kill me. It might have been a mistake entering this room so early, but that's okay.
I know.
Go. Right. So I've only got 1 regain.
So regains are your Phoenix down revival item type thing.
Yeah, you've got regains and then you've got miracles. So miracles are like the elixirs.
Oh yeah.
And these floors are actually probably the time I should be a lot more careful with movement. So those gold golem things, they'll run away from you at first, but if you get close enough, they'll then just chase you until you doom. These bees are really horrible. They have a movement pattern, but some of it involves moving like 2 squares to your 1. And their pattern, their movement's really erratic.
Another deadly sword.
So deadly swords, some of them are good, some of them are bad. So I've actually got 3 good ones, but that description's an ominous looking sword. But there's another description which is like the power of deadly sword turned into an actual sword. And those weapons are still cursed, but they have like a kill rate of like 50%. I might actually have to equip my deadlies just to get 3 rooms, which is fine. Generally, you try to hold off on equipping deadlies until you really have to, because okay, I'm just gonna equip my deadly
Until you have to, and then you still that room.
Yeah, I've got 2 curse lifters, so I'm actually okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I need to now hope this bee moves to the right. It's going to take a while, but bees are actually really bad. They certain variety of bee does this attack called Immobilize, and it does probably 70 to 80 damage to all of your party members.
Ooh.
And at this stage of the game, that
All 2 of them.
just hurts. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Alright. So I could actually end up dying in this room. Okay.
Whew.
It's a scary room.
Well, there's the guitar.
There's a guitar, so a custom 11. I also have to pretty much in every single room when I enter it, I have to just let go of the D-pad completely and study the room because of things like that. This slug thing's actually also really bad. But there's the enemy I'm looking for isn't here luckily, but it has another area attack that's faster than you. So these samurai guys, they will kind of have like a 1 in 2 chance of just either being attracted to you or moving somewhere else randomly, and it gradually moves towards you. These enemies can also kill you, and anything in the cave just pretty much destroys you.
I love those type of dungeons.
It's, yeah. Especially when you haven't fought cores. I think I'm level 10, which is okay, but
I imagine the late floors must get pretty harrowing.
yeah. I probably won't be talking much during those floors.
That's alright.
So these aren't like those slug enemies. They'll gradually move towards you. That they'll either won't move or they'll move towards you. Whereas these guys will always move, but they don't necessarily walk towards you. And in certain rooms, I'll stutter step as well. One, because I don't know where the enemies are going to go, and two, some of the enemies will just teleport randomly. So this lion's going to move towards me. So will that slug. Ugh. Okay. So those octopuses can... The octopuses, octopi, whatever, can also murder you. They have this attack called 8-legger, and they just attacks everyone and does infinity damage. These Medusas are like the mimics, so they get activated when you move past them, or when you get to like within 3 squares of them. So once you've activated them, they will then follow you regardless of whether you're in the room or not. And so they're the last things you want to really activate. They're not as powerful as the other monsters, but considering the idea in the cave is generally to go fast, but in my case it's to go safe, but it's just one extra thing that's going to block your path and sap the amount of items that you have, and you get a pretty limited amount of items in the cave. That's a blue mimic. It generally it looks different. It looks a bit duller than the actual blue chest, but they also hang around on the sides of.
That's a mimic too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal blue chests won't appear so close to the wall. So when you see blue mimics, you just want to get through the floors. Otherwise, Blue mimics are by far the worst monsters in this cave at this point. Even if you're doing 100% runs, if you've killed everything and you have really good items, if you walk into like a pack of 4 blue mimics, you're probably dead. Because
Mimics are awful.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. But now I'm past the mimics, and now I'm in the realm of blue cores. So I'll hunt for them and try to kill a couple. These things teleport every 6 steps, so you kind of stutter step. And these things can actually follow you into other rooms as well. And sometimes they'll actually teleport up into a room so you can't see it. And then you can actually get attacked when you walk into the door.
Oh, that's helpful.
It's great. It's just...
Found coma, not yet.
Yeah. This cave is designed to be very punishing. So there's quite a few monsters which will walk the opposite direction of you. But there's also like the 2x2 versions of those kind of opposite walking monsters, and they very often get stuck behind behind bushes and chests, so you don't actually know where they are in a room unless you kind of take it safely, because if you're just walking down, you've got like a monster just walks up from underneath, you've got like half a second to respond before being attacked, and then you die. Spark's like the cheapest offensive spell.
Oh, you finally got it here on like floor 30.
So this is a good mimic. It looks more polished, and I've got another apron shield. Cool. That's alright. Guy can have that. I think he can, yeah. So Decker and Guy have some defense, so they can at least kind of withstand something. These things will teleport once you get close enough. And the very late game, well, the mid and late game versions of those will attack, I think, twice. And they have area attacks as well. And they can summon monsters. There's a core, so we'll lure this guy out. He wants to follow me. Okay, cool.
So these are your metal slime enemies, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. So the red ones are the lowest experience, the blue ones are second lowest, but they will still, at this point, you'll level up a few times, which is really handy. Like Decker just gained like 70 hit points, and Artie probably gained like 50 magic, which is really useful if you get a high magic. I just want to drop that Providence because I have a tendency to use it. The Providence item appears after floor 20, and if you use it, it sends you back outside the dungeon with your blue chests only. And Rally is awesome because that revives you with 100 hit points, or it just cures for 100 hit points. So Rally's the combination of either like Rally and Strong or Rally and Champion will get you through most dungeons. Another deadly item. There's that mashed up. I'll activate it. Actually, it's a healing pad.
Ooh, that's handy.
But it only heals hit points. 35 in half an hour. Okay. So things like this, I actually want to lure this away completely from the door, because otherwise, if I go through the door, the act of opening the door is one movement, and then walking through it is another movement. So you do a double movement, just pretty much instantly, and it can trip you up if you have a if you're watching a teleporter, or you've just attacked something that's going to move in a couple of turns. Whoops. If you're going to attack something that's going to move in a couple of turns, then it's just going to move. It's just going to move straight away. I might actually kill this. No, I won't. So that's the opposite movie thing up there.
I like the designs of some of these wandering enemies.
Yeah, it's not
like lizard with a spear. I like it.
Yeah. So I'm kind of walking around before I enter floors now, because I'm in I'm in the rooms where there's these monsters they're called assassins for some reason, just good translations. Or assassins and ninjas, which will follow you when they're in a room. But and because they're faster than you, it's worthwhile figuring out if they're in the room, because you can't navigate a room while they're in there. So you either want to try to get them stuck behind a bush or just surprise attack them. I want to kill this crab though, because this crab has a spell. It has a item called Cancer Rock, and you want that. Actually, I'm not going to use. I'm just going to attack because I've got deadlies.
Hey.
But Cancer Rocks will give someone the ability to attack twice, like as a special attack. So you see that orange bar down the bottom. There we go, Cancer Rock. It fills up when you get attacked, and either the more sorry, okay. So here's a ninja. I've got to figure out how to do this. So hopefully it's just one, two. Might be able to avoid it. Okay. They're fast. So this is the same room. So I can just enter that. No more ninjas. So yeah, that IP bar, it stands for Ikari or Ikaru points or something. It's just like a rage meter that fills up, and if it's filled a certain amount, then you can use certain items. And so a Cancer Rock, what it'll do is it'll allow someone to attack twice. Gives them a bit of defense as well. Wow. But 3 deadly swords and 3 fatal picks.
You want deadly weapons?
Nice. Alright, so floors 41 to 43 have green cores. Now, I think these guys are weak to instant death, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to murder them.
Gorums.
I think Gorums are, I think they're weak to, well, they're not weak to holy, okay, but they are weak to, but they do attack twice, so they can hurt you a little bit. They are quite sturdy as well, but I have to kill it. So hopefully this doesn't kill Softman. Oh, cool, we got him.
He lives.
You're lucky. It's not even watching. He's a star of the show, and he's... Alright, I might have to attack this too. Try to avoid this. We got past it. There's some vice pliers hanging in a chest. What? It must have been a different... Oh, that's right, yeah, I was looking through the whole floor for cores, that's right. These Hydoras also area attack, but it managed to block itself. It can't actually move, poor thing. It's doomed to hang there forever on floor 42. Hello. Spark.
Ah.
Silver Sword, if I didn't have deadly weapons, it's actually Maxim's strongest weapon for the jelly. It does like a 3 times attack with its IP points. If I get a Deca Blade, you need full IP to use it, as well as something like Gady's Blade, but the deadly weapons I think only need like 60 or 80%. I actually needed magic. Cool. Or magic.
The game heard you.
It does. It can be kind. I'd pat my console, but I'd probably cause it to reset.
The battery to...
Yeah, lose gift mode.
In the middle of playing it.
Where are we? I'm assuming I've looked at this floor, so yeah.
Sweet.
Some of the Hydoras, the Hydras, have a an item called the Hydora Rock, which gives you a little bit of attack, but it also gives you like a 3 times attack. It does exactly the same thing that a Cancer Rock does, basically. The Cancer Rock you can actually use twice. Actually gonna lure this guy out. Okay. This thing will follow me, but...
Another fry pan.
Yeah. Game likes its fry pans.
And deadly weapons, apparently.
Yeah. Alright, well there's... I'm not fighting that, because I'd rather conserve my hit points. That's what this floor is going to be anyway. I think a Holy Staff gives you 3 times attack. I'm not 100% sure. But it'll be good for Artie to have. If I find a 3 times weapon for Artie, I will I'll give that to him for the jelly. It's at least another level. So the green cores are actually in a spot where it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Alright, cool. Deca Blade is awesome. So at the moment I've got a slim chance of killing the jelly. I've got a... These things... So these monsters actually find an enemy, another enemy in the cave, and then kind of attach itself to it. So, and then it just sticks to it. So if it attaches itself to a ninja, then it can block the ninja for you in some rooms.
It's giving you lots of magic now. You said you wanted.
So that thing's probably attracted to whatever monster was in that room. That's probably it's probably going around in a square. So that thing doesn't know what it's gonna do. In these floors are also ninjas, which are they're a way stronger version of the assassins, which you didn't. You only saw one. I haven't actually fought one. I hope I don't fight one actually, because they're horrible. They're usually run-enders. Yeah! What sword is it, just out of interest? It's I've got 4 real deadly swords. That's amazing. Thanks, game.
Assuming shields something like protect, unless I'm completely wrong.
Yeah. Also useless. The only spell to increase stats that I would actually want is one called Trick, which increases attack power. What the? Wow. Okay, I gotta move just in case I get attacked by a ninja, and we don't, so that's cool.
I was half expecting Trick to be in that chest this right.
Or another Deca Blade.
That's probably more likely.
Wow. That means Darby's gonna get fed a Deca Blade later on. Actually, I might kill this thing. These give, a thing called Twist Jewel, which increases agility. And if I get one, I'll give it to Artie, because Artie's our not only our fastest character, but I think if he's leveled up enough, he can become faster than some of the late game enemies, which well, bad. I'll leave it at that and hope that we don't have to deal with them. But dragons are really bad.
Tight dress.
Yeah, there's some.
Did you see the magic bikini earlier?
Yeah. That's Lufia for you. That's the same room I was in before. Magic fruit's good to level up a capsule monster. So it'll fill up a quarter of its growth bar. I think I'm still on 46, so I'll still be careful. Another magic. Magic gets depleted really quickly though in the end game.
It's good you're stocking up now.
Yeah, let's murder it. Luckily, like, they're not as strong as you think. It's only when they attack that they can kind of whack someone around, but otherwise they're good.
And they're vulnerable to instant death.
They are.
I love how many enemies live in RPGs.
Yeah.
My favorite was using the Death Scythe on Gilgamesh in FF5. I didn't even do it intentionally because it was on my Berserker.
Okay. I also, whenever I can, I'll try to enter stairs from the bottom and walk upwards because all the enemies start with their pallets facing downwards, and so you won't get surprise attacks.
Oh.
Okay. Ugh, this is actually a really horrible room. Come here. I'm gonna run. These guys are also tame compared to their golden brothers. Ugh. Just trying to figure out which rooms I want to enter in order. Okay,
Well,
at least the stairs are there, that's good. Generally after every encounter you want to heal. So it's basically one false move and you can die. It's what makes the cave so awesome yet frightening. Like each room can be a puzzle, and especially with the later floors when you have to like lure an enemy out in a certain way to then get another one out is interesting, especially when some of them are kind of just completely activated, like as soon as you move near them. Alright, so floor 50 is when more important items start appearing. I don't really need them at the moment. Okay, this thing teleports. More teleporters. Ugh.
Oh.
Oh, baby. What a room. Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, you're lucky. I'm lucky.
Final shadow.
If you have anything to read out, just go for it. I'm easy. Okay.
I'll rip.
Ready. So that has moved, so I can just do that. Alright, we're halfway through the cave. I think, well, what are we at? About 50 minutes.
48:30 that time.
Cool. So I've been going a little slow, but that's okay.
Safety.
Yeah. So these blue teleporty things, they teleport until they get near you, and then they move. Those green things, that enemy right down the bottom that you saw earlier, that's something I want to be really careful about in the later floors. This thing just... It likes moving sideways. Occasionally it'll move up, but... I'd rather not have to fight anything if I can afford it. Okay. And there's nothing there.
Oh.
Awesome. Okay.
Thanks, mermaid. Those are cool looking enemies.
Yeah. And then they're not too bad. But all they do is move left and right. You can't surprise attack them. They just get annoying because you can't surprise attack them. So these fiends on the right, they're not horrible at this stage. I think Artie's faster than them, but later on, one of the enemies that can spawn with them is just downright horrific. Like, it's just horrifying.
Oof.
The double Archfiend encounter is one of the worst in the game. These purple birds are also horrible. They attack 3 times.
That's continuing the trope that birds are jerks.
Yeah. The mermaids are horrible just because they take up a lot of time, more than anything. But they can do area attacks and stuff. You should pretty much assume that anything can do an area attack and just treat everything like it's gonna destroy you. So that's actually far enough. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna do this. Sweet.
Nice.
The giant creatures, cyclopses or whatever, they're not bad until later. Like I can actually afford to fight one of them and get away with it. But later on they turn into genies, and certain genies are a lot faster than your party, and all of the colors of genies do area attacks. And if you get hit by 2 of them, you're probably dead. But luckily you can manipulate them, but they do tend to spawn really close to doors, and so you do end up fighting them a fair bit. These birds aren't too bad. Old armor increases your attack by like 10 or 20. So yeah, yay. Let's do that.
Oh, that's a big dragon.
The dragons at this stage aren't too bad. You can kill them for experience.
I guess they just look intimidating because they're so big on the map.
They look big and dopey.
Yeah.
Like, rah, I'm a dragon, rah. But when you get to floor 80, that's when they go, well, I'm a dragon and I'm gonna murder you in ways you can't imagine.
I assume that was just the case for everything from floor 80 onwards.
Yeah. I don't need to fight that. The flying blows, yeah, good against flying enemies. 59. So I should actually explore 58 through to 60, because that's when the last cores start appearing, and I'm on level 21, which isn't very high. So having extra levels now will probably be beneficial, and I might actually kill stuff on this floor. Those T-Rexes. Might as well just play it safe and...
fluid.
It's like, "Rah, I'm a dragon, I don't want to go near the wall." Anyway, it's enough of that. My patience grows thin. You don't want to get targeted by those guys. This might give me a level, I'm not sure. Just
Yes.
one. That's cool. Someone got 2 levels, probably Darby. Alright. Next floor is when all the items that I would ever want in the game appear. So that's when myth blades start dropping. So if you're on a speed run, the goal would be to get to this floor and then start collecting in earnest. So otherwise, any chests that you try to open earlier are just kind of less chance of finding something good. Those golems will follow me. Not horribly though, I can lure them. So I will lure them there. Rawr.
So the grass, I guess, is used to trap enemies as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, you try not to kill grass. Now I've got to see where I'm going to put this guy. I'll put him there. Okay, he's not gonna. I had to watch out what that Hydra was gonna do. Because sometimes Hydras can actually trap you because they're so large. And you don't want to be attacked. There's a version of them on roughly floor 70, which attack 8 times. And if you wander in that, it's GG. Okay, so that's... I didn't find any cores, so I need to kill stuff. Probably not a good floor to do that on, because there's that red thing on the top right corner is pretty bad.
Fireball as opposed to firebird.
There's also Fireball, which is 2 words, and that's just an item. I may have gotten one of those earlier.
I think you did.
Might actually be a good time to fry swords and stuff. Might actually level up Softman. So this is when you just feed it weapons, and for some reason it likes metal. Whenever I feed it something that says yummy yummy, I will feed it other things. Feed it bad items like fry pans, because its taste buds get affected for some reason. Snow swords actually
Incredible.
for girls. I have a silver rod. Will that? I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll try it. Where is it? There. It does work. Awesome. Cool. So if you feed a capsule monster something and it says yummy yummy, then you either have to feed it 3 really bad items or feed it something that was worth more than what you just fed it. In a nutshell. I got a fire dagger. Yeah, now he's a thing.
Just continuing on from Symphonia.
Yeah. Yummy. Gladius. Got one of those. It's Holy Elemental and it doesn't like it. Cool. Crystal Wand. I don't want to get rid of that. because that's something that Artie can use. Knife. You're not going to like a knife. Sorry. Doesn't like deadly swords. Cool. Have that. That. You're not having that crystal one, man. It's mine. I think crystal wand is better than the holy. Okay, cool. Getting Darby to level 3 is kind of key for the last 30 floors. It's got a spell or a special attack called Devitt Destruction, which is like a 90% instant death. But for actually killing the jelly though, Darby isn't good in level 3 because he has the spell Destruction, which he uses a fair bit, and it just won't do any damage to the jelly. Oops. Okay. I think that was my first failed deadly attack anyway. But those things are pretty tame. You can generally kill those without too much trouble. Whoops, I just used champion on...
Better heal up Softman the human. Softman the capture monster.
Yeah. Alright. 64. So I'm in the territory of something called Warm Eyes, and they move, and those as well. Those you I should start pointing out the enemies which are okay, and then I'll
You'll save yourself time.
And my vocal cords. Hello, Mr. Dragon. I'll grab this chest first while it's making up its mind. Some of these balls are okay.
Sleep ball is what we've all been hit with.
Yeah. Come on. Hey. I just want like 1 or 2 more levels. 5. Cool. So I've got about 50 minutes to do 35 floors. Depending on how the floors go, I might need all of that time. Some floors can take 10 minutes. These guys normally just have just a single attack, or they cast like coma, so they're pretty harmless. These are just, you do not want to mess with them. Hopefully I don't have to go into that room, but at least I can surprise attack those guys, and I do have a smoke ball if I want to use it. But they have an attack called Magma Blast, I think it's called.
Oh boy.
See what happens. Level 26, I might be okay. Actually gonna use that just for safety. If I kill 2, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm sweet. And hopefully Darby kills it, because then I keep my smoke ball. Because these things are fast as well.
Nice.
This is the Warm Eye. it'll go for me if I let it. So it's pretty freaky because normally you enter a room and you're like holding left and it just just zooms from nowhere. And you're like, oh my god, there's a eyeball chasing me.
It sees you.
Oh, great. This might be not be a good idea, but
2.
alright, I'm running. Hopefully not dying in the process. Decker should be okay.
He's the only one that matters.
Yeah, so Decker will survive. Guy might, but the rest are dead. So I can survive 2 cold streams. Regain on... I'm trying not to, I'm trying not to like load RD or softman up with MP, because later on, when I fight genies, they can just cast like a absorb spell and just like sap all the MP out of me.
Of course they've got to have an MP absorb.
Shit. Yeah. One, two, three. Oop. Okay. These octopus enemies have an attack called 10-legger. Similar to 8-legger, but with
2 extra legs.
2 extra legs or tentacles or whatever. Yeah, we can kill these. Gold helmet. After floor 10, the only way to get helmets is to open blue chests or kill enemies. Old helmet, that's actually gives you more attack. Cool. I've never actually seen that before. These enemies are scary. They're called leeches and they attack twice. And they can be coupled with archfiends. Where do they go? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I've got to really stutter step through these and make sure that I don't run into those. What a lovely room.
Oh boy.
Okay.
This is just like leap forward 2. Did they leap forward 2 spot?
Yeah. Yep. Okay. One's gonna go as well. Cool. Oh, yeah!
Oh.
Help. Okay.
Oh, that's nasty.
I should be okay if I'm patient. It'll just take a while. So, okay, 45 minutes. Okay, so that. These guys can like hit your party, like a party member for like 400. have lots of hit points too, so the extra attacks aren't really worth it. You just hope that Artie can kill them. Another old armor. Nice. Took a risk there. I'm going to use that and that. And you have Fry, don't you? Fry or Champion, I'm not sure what's stronger. I think they're relatively weak in terms of hit points, but they do attack twice or cast stuff. They're immune to death spells, so this is pointless. Cool. And we got an old sword too. Okay, well everyone's set then. I just need to get to the jelly. Which now I've said that, the game's gonna wreck me.
Well, let's put you in this room for a start.
Yeah. There's another leech in this room. I haven't seen the stairs yet. Okay, kill the Thunder Beast. Ugh. Hey! Watch this, miss.
Yay!
Okay, so silence doesn't carry through, which I'm kind of relieved about. Hopefully the stairs are down here. Otherwise, we'll probably waste several minutes, but luckily they are.
Dragons are everywhere now.
Ugh. Okay. Actually want to... into this... Oh, that's just... okay. Luckily these guys don't really use their area attacks that much. So I can kind of play slightly riskier against them. Not that I do it hugely often. So actually... Decker's got a lot of hit points. Oh my god.
Oh.
Heck. I see stairs. Phew.
Destroy.
So that it's the room isn't as scary as it looks. If I get that floor on, if I get that room on like floor, on floor 80, then I panic. 80 or 90. This thing, okay, so I need to... These are giants, I think. Yeah, so these aren't too bad yet.
Oh, that's close.
I could have gone left, but I wasn't sure if it had teleported below or left. Even if it had teleported left, you can when it flashes and appears, you can actually move 2 spaces before it fully materializes. This might not be good, and need to go that way. Like that.
Nice.
You don't want to get stuck in a room with them, because then you end up just having to kill them.
Berserk blade.
Yeah, these things are cursed, and you just want to get rid of it straight away. War rapier. Thank you. Where isn't that?
Good.
He's not wearing the Marak plate. Wow. Okay.
I like how it looks like the sprite looks like it's sulking. It's like turned away from the camera.
That one? Yuck, cool. Okay. Ships. They don't do anything except summon
boats.
monsters, yeah. I'm on a boat.
No, this is genius.
So I've got to be careful now. Even though I've done a lot of damage to it, I'm not gonna treat these guys with contempt. Just because they can like cast 2 ground shocks and then your party is really bad. If these guys were green, like against wind genies are the strongest, and they also like to spam spells. The area spells are pretty devastating. You do not want. Jeez, this room is horrible. I can do that. I can kill the genies and then worry about the Hydra. I'd rather run into the genies than the Hydra. You probably get a feeling for why estimates sometimes are really high for this, because if you do get like 7 or 8 floors in a row, which have a lot of monsters in them, then it can take forever to get through. But you can also get floors like this, where it's like you can get through 5 floors in sometimes like 20 seconds. It's kind of a overestimate, but overstatement. But yeah, you get the drift. So you do not want to run into those guys, or you don't want to activate them. They have Archfiends in them, and Archfiends are really bad. I'm also reluctant to enter doors from below it too, because you can't see what's in the room above. And if there's a genie in the room, sorry, if there's a Archfiend in the room, whoops, that was smart. See what this is. Actually, nah, let's have a look at the other guy. Yeah, you can automatically activate an Archfiend. Whoops. Now I've got to fight this. That's okay. Ugh. Luckily, I have a smoke ball. Just hoping I... Okay, well, one's dead at least. Maybe two. Yeah, instant escape. There are items in this game which protect against lightning, and you do give them to Decker because then he's an absolute tank. Okay, so it's in the other genie room.
But at least you got a toga for your troubles.
Yeah. Should just check the rest of the room. I'm pretty sure that it's not anywhere else. Yeah, these two rooms connect, and then there's this room. I'm not sure what's worse. I think flame genies are faster, so I'll try to kill them first. And these guys will love to either cast absorb. They absorb, defend, or cast their area attack. And the area attacks are brutal. Okay. So where are we up to? We're like 70, aren't we?
We're on
76! Yeah. If you hold R, you can stand still while moving around and slashing your sword. And then you can advance enemies. Magic Fruit's gonna be good in leveling up Darby to 4. I will probably soon start thinking about leveling up Darby to 4 and then trying to get him to learn his special attack, but I'm not really too fussed as to whether he does learn it. He can learn something called Evil Aura, which I forget how much damage it does to the jelly, but it's like 800. It's extremely powerful. Okay. Okay, that guy's on the stairs. These are Archfiends, and they're horrible, but combined with one of these guys, they're okay. Unless they attack Decker, which they did, so I'm now hoping that we don't get double thundered. So it's probably a reminder to actually heal myself up to full. Okay, so... probably a relief that these guys can't surprise attack me, because otherwise, if they surprise attack me like this, then I'm probably wrecked.
Oh, rip Artie.
Yeah, Artie's, whatever. Okay, everyone's good. With Minotaurs, you can farm Gorgon rocks off of them. Well, they're Gorgons, I guess. And they are fractional items. Okay, so 30 minutes to do 20 floors.
You got this.
Actually, see. Just gonna level Darby up now. The magic bikini.
Oh, baby.
Okay. So at least I know Darby is level 4, which is good for the jelly. I'm actually gonna put Darby down to level 3, so I can still have his like instant death. But he looks quite gnarly.
Looking away from the camera.
It's alright. So you're level 3.
So once you've leveled it up to 4, if you put it back down, you can just put it back to 4 later with no consequence.
Yeah.
Not having to like do any leveling or anything.
Nah, it's all good.
Nice.
Okay. Should be another entrance into this room. Hopefully there's plants here. Okay, so there's a chest. These things you do not want to mess with. Just follows me. There's another one. I can't open that chest because it'll follow me. Okay, that's empty. That's good. So now I've got to deal with... I'm pretty sure I have to deal with things called copper, gold, and silver dragons. And the copper ones aren't too bad. But the silver ones and gold dragons, even one of them can kill you by itself. I want to hope this guy goes further down. Oh yeah!
Oh no!
I don't see any stairs. Sweet. It's a massive relief to see that.
Faker, you're not even good enough to be my fake, etc.
84. Kind of want to stutter step into rooms with archfiends in them. Like, so they appear from floors 72 to 87. And so if you're a little bit tired, like I am, you want to stutter step pretty much everything. Because my reflexes aren't going to be able to tell whether or not something's an archfiend until it started walking towards me. Ugh, don't you dare. Camo jewel? I forget whether or not that gives me attack. It does, so... Okay, that archfiend's gonna... I have to deal with that archfiend. I'm gonna move this person into a better spot and just check that I need to move the archfiend.
Yeah,
So
maybe
that's
that or
that.
that one.
Yeah. Okay, so what I'm gonna do... Hopefully that dragon moves. Okay. And I'm going to grab this archfiend.
Yay.
87. Luckily, there's... Actually, I'm not going to speak about my luck at the moment. Happens so often, you'd say, no, actually, he's not following me, that's good.
I assume you're going to say this is the last floor with Arch Feet. Or something along those lines.
Yeah. Just enjoy the show. Yeah, now this is depending on what this is, I just messed up. Depending on what this is, it could be GG. Okay. Okay.
Oof.
Jeez, Deca. So you're gonna have a Deca blade. Guy's gonna have... Just trying to work out what I'm gonna have. Change. I'm actually gonna grind off this. Might be a bit early for grinding, but yeah, I might not worry about it. Might just...
Oh, it's reflect.
Wow. Nice. Yeah, I might grind later. I was considering giving Artie IP. I probably could have left Darby in 4. But Artie's got a weapon called Crystal Wand, and it's got a 3 times attack on it. So that'll be really handy. I say really handy a lot, actually. It would be good to have against the jelly, because all my other attacks at the moment are just fractionals. I don't know why I'm collecting. Stairs aren't on that dragon, so that's okay.
Oh boy.
No, they're not there. Basically hoping this thing moves out of my way before the magician decides to move up. The magician in this room makes this room very frightening. Yeah, nah.
It's just
gonna
gonna hover
teleport now.
over the stairs just to...
Yeah.
Oof. Nice.
90. Okay, just go left and down, please. Otherwise, go all the way right. Okay. That works. Whew.
That was suspiciously convenient.
Ugh. Yeah, not as... Okay, okay. It's missed, okay. Double bravery, cool. Okay, I can probably take this on, but
Yay.
how fast is Artie anyway, just out of curiosity? It's 140, so I think dragons are roughly in the 140s or 150s, I can't remember. Don't follow me, damn it.
Oh. That's just rude. 96.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ah. Can I attack both? I was hoping that one misses. No. Okay. If one missed, I would have gotten Artie to full IP. Artie does have Thunder, so does Maxim. So I can do damage after doing a bunch of fractional damage. Healing pad! That's where the dragon is, yep. He's just gonna have to move. Hello!
Oh. Hey guys!
I'm just a lonely dragon.
Just wanted to hang out.
I'm gonna hang out down these stairs. Don't go near that. Thanks, dragons.
You're welcome.
What's in here? Decker blade? No. Aye.
Oh, made it to the
Made it.
floor.
Check this out. What a room. In the NTSC version, this happens. apparently. Alright, so last week I accidentally went drop, and then the weapon I had equipped, and I dropped a myth blade. So don't do that again. Alright, you're getting a Decker blade. You're getting... Oh, you've got an old sword. So guy can use the old sword and the cancer rock in one hit. I can curse lift use 2. So now you have a deadly sword with IP. You have nothing, so you're just gonna cast magic. I'm just happy we got here, to be honest. I'm ecstatic.
The real ancient cave was the journey.
Yeah, so I think we're good to go. I don't think Artie can have anything else that increases magic, so I'm just gonna don't forget the most important thing. It's magic. Paranoid now. Decker blade, old sword, cancer rock, deadly sword, and nothing. Alright, cool.
I like the text glitching on the sword.
Yeah. Alright, so we have
I'm the oldest and strongest of jellies.
yeah. We have 3 rounds to kill this jelly. So what we do is we use Fatal Blow.
You're not lying, it
Battle
literally is
cry.
a jelly.
Yeah. I'm not sure what to do with Maxim, so we're gonna use Battle Cry.
Also, shoutouts to this song.
Oh, this song rocks. Alright, so Thunder's our strongest spell, so we're gonna use that on Master. And now watch how much damage we do in the first round. This is unreal. So the weapons that Guy and Softman have will remove 1/6 of the hit points. If you're in the back row, you do less. So Guy might probably do around the same. Decker will do like 3,000, 4,000. Okay, so now Decker attacks, use Scissor Slash, and then Thunders. I forgot to I forgot to change Darby to level 4, so I might not kill the jelly.
Oh yeah, I just
Yeah.
realized that when we started. I was like, oh.
Whoops.
Wait, wasn't he gonna change it to level 4?
Yeah, I'm saddened about that, but whatever. We'll see what happens. We'll just pray for a kill. Oh, crit. Nice. Alright.
Are we ready?
Let's hope Darby just attacks. Doesn't use destruction. But time's coming up if you see the jelly start shaking. Otherwise, you reset the timer. Yeah.
Ah!
So I think Guy and Decker are still to go. Come on! Kill it!
Crit! Crit!
Come on! Ah! Sadness. So that's on me because,
I'm out of here.
yeah, that's on me sadly because I didn't make Darby
Time.
level 4.
Yes.
Oh man, nah. Oh, I mean, it's
It's
I didn't kill the jelly, so yeah, sadness. Yeah, so
You did not match the jelly juggernaut,
yeah,
but it was a good run regardless.
I'm
All
just
those deadly
yeah,
weapons.
I'm just wrapped I got there. I mean, if I had this guy, then I mean he might use Sizzle Smash, might not, but yeah, we got
Damn
there
you,
at least.
soft man, you could have saved us all.
Yeah, so that's a run. If you do need a few more minutes to kill, I can do a credit swap glitch. Otherwise, yeah, all right. 2 minutes. All right. Yeah, that's fine. I'll try it once. You're not supposed to do this on cartridge apparently, but Lufia has a special category, well, called the credits. I think it's credit swap, 80% credit swap. So I'll give it a go, see if I can get it to work. But yeah, you might have noticed that I don't have any save files. So when my cart glitched out, I had to complete the game twice really quickly, and this is the way you do it.
I thought that was FF6 for a brief moment. I was like, what?
Yeah. So keep very close, pay very close attention to the menu coming up. Menus. So this will either work or it won't. Alright, so go into config, select music left twice, and then does this weird thing. What the hell? Alright, so we've got some items here. They've just appeared magically. We want that item. Alright, now we have a dead Maxim with 14 out of 20 hit
No,
points.
he's
And
Mab.
Mab? He's now Mab? Okay. Hello, Mab. So, yeah. Okay, and now we've got this character who's got
Missing
O,
no.
cap, metal jacket, S ice ring, level 85. Cool. Alright, need a count now.
She's telling you to believe in yourself, I think.
3, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so I drop some items, and then I get some more items, so we drop those. And that's the end of the game.
Some like has, I don't know.
GG. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah, very relieved to have completed the run, at least gotten through and fought the jelly. So it's all you can really ask for when it's 6 AM. Thanks, Rocket, for
It's alright.
being here.
I'm standing in for PSX.
Yeah,
Who's just there.
PSX is a wuss.
Alright, well thank you very much.
But PSX makes
for
up for
that.
it with this Super Nintendo, which you'll probably hear. You'll probably see in the next couple
the
of
weekend,
days. So
yeah.
stay tuned.
You'll see it at AvCon when he runs True Lies.
Yeah, so thank you for that Lufia 2 run. We're just going to do a bit of swapping over now. Liquid Wi-Fi is going to be playing some Simpsons Hit and Run all story missions.